2024 NBA Draft is in the books, and on today's video here on Knicks Now by Chat Sports, I'm going to give you my draft grades for every single prospect the Knicks picked. They selected 4, and there were a bunch of trades in between. I'll give you grades for all 4 prospects, and then my overall grade for Leon Rose and the front office for what they did over the last 2 days. I'm your host, Marshall Green. Let's dive into it, starting with just an overview of what happened. In round 1, a lot of movement for the New York Knicks. They came into the night owning the 24th and 25th pick. They make a couple trades. They trade out of the first round. They get in at the 25th pick, and they select Pacome Dadiet, the overseas athletic, young, upside offensive player. He is someone that I think will be a draft and stash player. He has told the media he wants to come overseas. Maybe there will be some negotiating between the New York Knicks. Tyler Kolek, former Big East Player of the Year, selected at spot number 34. The New York Knicks had to trade up to get Tyler Kolek. Big fan of that pick. And they round out the draft with pick 56 and the last pick 58 by selecting the athletic defensive mind and wing Kevin McCullar out of Kansas, one of my favorite picks in this class. And then Ariel Hukporti. I am probably pronouncing that name wrong. I apologize. But the big man from overseas that is one of the best rebounders in this class, he heard his name be called, and he will be a New York Knick. Before I give you my overall grades for every single player and the Knicks in totality, I want you to be the judge. Get out your red pen and let me know your grade for the 2024 NBA Draft for the Knicks, A, B, C, D, or F. I'm going to give the grade for Pacome Dadiet a C. And there's a lot that went into this pick for the New York Knicks. Maybe some salary cap manipulation, hoping that he comes over next season. That way that you can have more room for Isaiah Hartenstein. But I just want to talk about the player because we don't know for sure what is going to happen. He's young, not even 19 years old yet. He's got legit size at almost 6'8", 217 pounds, but he is an extremely raw prospect, in my opinion, that is about a year away from being a year away. Some notes I have on him: a good movement shooter in a limited role. I think if he does hit in the NBA, he is a catch-and-shoot guy that can attack closeouts. You see on his tape that he can pump fake, put it on the deck one time, and rise up from the mid-range spot. He can create offense for himself, but I honestly think that everything besides scoring in his game is a little bit lagging. Not the best ball handler, needs to tighten up there, doesn't really create for others, not a defensive player, doesn't really hit the boards, really just a scorer at this point, and he can continue to grow into more of a player. Maybe he comes over and he produces and gives you some juice off the bench, but overall, I think he's still a couple years away from contributing at all in the NBA. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We're going to continue to put out free, informative, entertaining updates every day on the New York Knicks. We're going to be live throughout NBA free agency. So subscribe and turn the notifications on. And if you love that, if you love the Knicks, subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 50,000 subscribers. For Tyler Kolek, I give it an A+ grade. This was a player that I wanted the Knicks to select at the 24th pick, and then at the 25th pick, and then at the 26th pick. You talk about what the New York Knicks needed. It was a point guard off the bench that could come in for Jalen Brunson, keep the offense afloat, control the pace of play, get the ball to scorers in spots they like to operate in, and score for themselves. And Tyler Kolek, probably the point guard that fits that bill the best, which was really a home run pick for the Knicks. I got more thoughts on Kolek around the corner, but first, I got to give a major shout out to today's sponsor, Chubbies. Go to this link, chubbyshorts.com/chat. Use that promo code chat, and you're going to save yourself 20% off your purchase. Major shout out to Chubbies. All that information will be clickable down in the comments and description of today's show. Look, with summer here, you need to be rocking Chubbies. It's a lifestyle apparel brand that makes every moment feel like a vacation. They say fashion is an expression of one's character, so why not let the world know you're down for a good time? For a limited time, Chubbies is giving our listeners 20% off your order with our exclusive code CHAT. Use code CHAT at chubbyshorts.com/chat. Chubbies offers a variety of high-quality men's apparel, from super stretchy shorts and swim trunks in 3 short inseam lengths to pants, polos, and button-down shirts for when you need to hit up your favorite weekend brunch spot. Embrace the spirit of endless summer with Chubbies, the ultimate decision for bold, vibrant, and outrageously comfortable clothing. I'm someone that's always been looking for shorts that fit great, bathing suits that look good and feel good, and I found the spot. It is Chubbies. Get hooked up with them. Chubbyshorts.com/chat. Use that promo code chat and get hooked up. Save yourself 20% off. Support the show. Support the sponsor and tell them we sent you. Don't blend in with the crowd. Stand out with Chubbies. Be a real one. Shout out to them. Link and promo code are in the chat. All righty, Tyler Kolek, former Big East Player of the Year, a Big East champion, a guy that's held up a championship trophy in Madison Square Garden. He is going to the New York Knicks. And there was a lot of movement for the Knicks to get to this spot. I'll kind of just break it down. They traded 3 future second-round picks to get to number 4, where they picked Tyler Kolek. They then traded number 38 to OKC for number 40. Then they traded 40 to the Suns for 56, and they also had 51, and there were even more moves that went down. But when you talk about Kolek as a player and what he's going to do on the court, it's a lot of just winning basketball play. A cerebral player who excels reading opposing defenses and opponents' leverage. Great playmaker, will be able to run second units as a primary ball handler early on in his career. And it seems like anybody that's ever been a part of Tyler Kolek's game, his maturation process, they love him. Shaka Smart says he's more athletic than people think. He's tougher. He's got certain things inside of him that you can't measure. He's got chips on his shoulder, too, and I'm ready for him to be a Knick and prove some people wrong as he slipped to the second round. Kevin McCullar Jr., I give it a B-plus grade for him. This is a player I thought the New York Knicks could look to select in round 1 or with pick 38. He was a guy that was in the running to be one of the best players in the Big 12 this past year for Kansas before getting hurt, and that's why he's ultimately seen his stock slide. The New York Knicks get him with the second-to-last pick in the draft, and I think he's going to be able to contribute pretty on into his NBA career, as he is a little bit older of a prospect. He's 23 years old, but he's got good size at 6'5" plus, 206 pounds. So I think it's going to fit really well. And if you think the jumper will improve and McCullar will stay healthy, it's reasonable to have first-round grades on him. Unfortunately, he's done neither of those through a significant sample of his career, so I couldn't get to that level. The New York Knicks have been interested in McCullar for quite some time. They actually worked him out last year, kept tabs on him, and once again worked him out this year. A smart player who rebounds, can push the ball and make plays out in the open. He improved as a three-point shooter this year, getting up to 33%. Needs to continue to improve there. I think it's funny. I went and looked at a couple of pro comps for him from different sites. One site had Josh Hart. One site had Bruce Brown. So you're getting a guy that I'm sure Tom Thibodeau was banging the table saying, I want Kevin McCullar, and I'm excited that he got his guy. Last pick of the draft goes to the New York Knicks, and it's an overseas big man, Ariel Hukporti. Look, it's the last pick in the draft. I'm going to give it a C overall. I don't know how great of a player he is. I've done some research, and I've watched some film now. Up to this point, he's got good size, prototypical size, 6'11", 246 pounds, and supposedly the New York Knicks have actually been interested in him for a while. The Athletic says Hukporti is a potential backup center if he can improve his processing ability, overall precision, and general skill level a tad on offense. He's someone that is considered one of the better rebounders in this draft. Sam Vecini on the 22-year-old says he's an awesome rebounder and good rim protector, and I think he could play in drop coverage in the NBA. He plays incredibly hard, and he's willing to be physical. There's no ego to his game, and the Knicks are going to need some more depth in the front court, especially if Isaiah Hartenstein or Mitchell Robinson are no longer a part of this team. My overall grade for the New York Knicks draft is actually a B+. I thought they did a really good job. Did not love the Pacome Dadiet pick. I understand the upside, and I understand the salary cap manipulation and the cap sheet work that they're trying to pull off. I just thought you could have got a better player there or just traded out and gotten future first-round picks to improve trade packages down the line. But the pick of Tyler Kolek, that's a home run for me. McCullar Jr. at 56 is a great pick, and those two are the ones that are carrying this draft grade on their back. Who is your favorite pick, though, in the NBA draft? It could be a Knicks player. It could be someone else. Man, it's hard for me to not say Tyler Kolek to the Knicks. He is literally a perfect fit for what they needed. They needed a crafty point guard off the bench that could continue to keep this offense afloat. We got our own TJ McConnell. I think he's going to become a fan favorite on this team. His offense, when it comes to scoring the basketball, is a little bit underrated. He is an excellent finisher around the rim with the left hand or the right hand. Knicks add another lefty to this team, so that's pretty funny as well. But Tyler Kolek is a Knick, and I'm extremely happy about that. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We put out free, informative, entertaining content every single day. We were live for day 1 of the NBA draft as well as day 2. We're also going to be live for NBA free agency. So subscribe, turn the notifications on, and let's go Knicks.